Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad that so many of you have come out to help inaugurate our year-long celebration of America's 250th anniversary. And hopefully you saw our wonderful horses and hounds who are already nestled up and sleeping. That was quite a bit for them. My name is Joe Woodill, and I'm one of the masters of Whitehall Hounds. Over the past 2 years, as you may have seen, the Hounds have had the great privilege of becoming ambassadors for our town and helping promote Middleburg's extremely important local history of horses and hounds. In fact, Middleburg has aptly been given the honorary title of the horse and hound capital of the United States. And as you saw tonight, it most definitely is. During these 2 years, we have worked with and become friends with so many wonderful people. Our boss, even though she's not here this evening, she'll be here tomorrow, Allie McIntyre, who works tirelessly to bring all of these events together. The town council, Bridge, of course, and the town employees, as well as my good friend in the back, you can't miss him, it's the big guy back there, Sean Jones, and his amazing group of officers. I would say that within this community, these people, and indeed the entire town, exemplify what it means to be both a Middleburger, if that were a word, and an American. We have much to be proud of and thankful for in this little gem of a town. While the roots of horses and hounds run deep here in Middleburg, they go even deeper than that and hark back to the very founding of this nation. From Lafayette, who gifted a pack of hounds to George Washington, hounds that were related to the very hounds you saw this evening. They were actually French hounds. To our first president himself, who kept foxhounds and hunted it just down the road, well, not just down the road, but it's just down the road these days, at Mount Vernon. From General George Patton, who had his own cobbler mountain hounds just outside of Middleburg, to the many still thriving local hunts today, including, among many, the Piedmont foxhounds, founded in 1840 and still hunting. I know, I go out with them all the time, 3 days a week. It's very tiresome, just as they have for hundreds of years. Indeed, here in Middleburg, horses and hounds tie everything together and give us a powerful sense of connection to our past, reaching all the way back to this nation's founding. While this legacy and history are, I think, deeply important, we are also fortunate to have our own living legends right here among us. I say living legends with the hope that this particular legend doesn't take offense at the implication that she's been around for quite some time, though you certainly wouldn't know it from her incredible work ethic, commitment to exercise, and tireless community service. This person truly exemplifies public service and what it means to be an exceptional American, as well as steward of both Middleburg's past and its future. In many ways, she transcends the idea of past and future. And I know this because in 1999, I went into Journeyman, and you looked exactly the same in 1999 as you do now. And that was the first time I went there, and I was not 46, I was 21. Serving as a living link to our history while helping ensure that everything we cherish about this town continues to thrive. While no introduction is really required, it is my great pleasure to introduce Punkin Lee, a living legend, for sure, and a shining example of what it means to be an American, as she shares a little about our amazing history and heritage. Punkin.
Thank you. That's way too much to way too much to live up to. I'm one of the few natives probably in the room. Bridge, Cindy, right there. Who else? Snooks. A lot of people. So I just want to before I start on launch on the horse industry here, to thank the mayor for those words to start the evening. Because I think he hit the nail on the head, and I'd also like to add to that that we all need to remember and appreciate this, where we live and why we live here, and never take this special place for granted, because it has so much to offer. Now to the horses. I often have people stop in the shop asking what the industry is in Middleburg, what the people do here. And the answer is always the same. In one form or another, the common thread is the horse. 2026 is the year of the horse, as well as the 250th anniversary of the USA. Horses then, and still horses now, and hopefully always here. It started with fox hunting. There had been fox hunting all along in America, but it wasn't until 1840 that Colonel Richard Delaney founded the first organized hunt right up the road in Upperville, Piedmont Foxhounds. There are now over 145 registered packs in the U.S. and Canada, and headquarters for it all are right here, the Masters of Foxhounds Association. Plus, we also have the Museum of Hounds and Hunting. So we're pretty well covered in the hound department. You can actually hunt 7 days a week without going more than 5 miles out of town with Piedmont, Middleburg, Orange County, and Snickersville. At the turn of the 20th century, Middleburg was in a state of decline with a population of around 400. And then the investors from the North and the Midwest wanted more land, more open space, and brought their hounds with them. It didn't take long for Middleburg to become known worldwide as the heart of hunt country. From then on, horses became the primary business here and continue to this day. Breeding and racing thoroughbreds. Homebreds around here have won the Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and the Belmont. Over the years, many have won Horse of the Year titles on the flat as well as steeplechasing. Just last night, local owner Sean Clancy was awarded the Eclipse for Champion Steeplechaser of the Year. And also, if you go by, very exciting, right up the road. Also, if you visit the NSLM, go to the Sculpture Garden, the Sea Hero bronze when Mr. Mellon won the Kentucky Derby. We are also well known as a hub for 3-day eventing, showing Grand Prix jumpers, trail riders to Olympians. Our area has produced over 15 equestrian Olympians and is home to 2 individual gold medalists. We have boarding and training facilities for almost all disciplines, with an amazing number of qualified trainers, some specializing in beginners, adults, and children, to those training you and your horse to the top levels. We have several owners with horses on the international jumping circuit who travel the worldwide representing the U.S. June will bring the 173rd edition of the Upperville Colton Horse Show, the oldest horse show in America, which was also founded by Colonel Richard Delaney. The show is still held on the original grounds when it was started back in 1853. We are nice and comfy inside the community center this evening, but this site was actually full of horses, show hunters and fox hunters. There were 3 large barns here that covered the property, as well as paddocks and a show ring. Sets of horses regularly ridden out the Plains Road and then across open country to get them fit. My grandmother ran that operation and lived in the house right off the terrace. She competed in the show ring and hunted regularly, and was a very well-respected horse person of her time. She was a tough one, but among her clients at the time were General George Patton and General Billy Mitchell, but I'm sure she held her own. There is still one remaining operating training facility within the town limits, and that is Katie Prudent's Plain Bay Farm, that specializes in upper-level jumpers. Katie actually won the World Cup and was named to the Olympic team that then did not get to compete in Munich, sad as that was. As I said earlier, horses have always been here, from the stagecoach transfer here in town to today's racehorses, trail horses, Olympians, and fox hunters. And hopefully they will always be here so Middleburg just stays Middleburg. Thank you.